Hello, everybody. Всім привіт. So, I'm glad to see you at our second webinar that is dedicated to learning English. Рада всіх вітати на нашому другому вебінарі, який присвячений темі Travel and Tourism. And also we will speak about reading in NMT, tips and practice. Для тих, хто сьогодні з нами вперше, нагадую, що моє ім'я Лілія. Я старший викладач та тренер школи англійської для дітей Green Country. І сьогодні ми працюємо на платформі iLearn, де ви зможете також отримати вебінари з української, математики, історії та англійської. Ми зустрічаємося щоп'ятниці о 18:00, тобто буду рада всіх бачити на моїх вебінарах. So, let's begin. And like I said before, today we speak about traveling. So, hello. Let's wait for everyone. You can say hi in the chat. I will be gladly read all your highs there. Okay. So join, say hello. Maybe you can tell me how you're doing today. So how are you? How is your mood? Are you feeling all right or maybe tired after a hard working week? Just text me there. It will be glad to see that. Okay, so hello everyone who is joining. Great. Okay, so how are you? Tell me about that. Oh, pretty good, but a little bit tired, says Artem. Actually, me too, but I don't mind spending one more hour with you here. Okay, easy topic, someone says. All right, I am glad you think so. Wow, today is my birthday, says Ivan. Ivan, happy birthday to you. That's really great. You are joining us at your birthday. I think that's amazing. All right. So most of you say that you are all right, maybe a bit tired, but the topic is not that hard, or maybe it is a little bit. You will see later. I think we can start. Okay. So traveling. Tell me, please, when we speak about traveling, what words come to your mind? Maybe you have some associations. So type that please in the chat. Any words related to traveling. Let's do it. Okay. Holidays. All right. So trip. Plane, tickets, bus, countries and passport, hitchhiking. Oh, so many words. Airport, ocean. Wow, I'm glad you have so many of them. So, voyage, wow, luggage, scenery. Come on, you know, so cool words. So, here what I collected. Basically, all the words here are synonyms to traveling, but let's look at them in details. So, travel, then tour, trek, excursion, trip, journey, cruise, and voyage. And now let's speak about differences between all of them. So here I have the definitions of those words, and your task is to choose the right definition for each of those terms. So again, you can type in the chat. It can be one message with all the numbers and letters, and then we will check. So all of you have 3 minutes to do that. So try to decide briefly, what is travel, what is a tour, and what's the difference between voyage and cruise. So let's go, and I'm waiting for your answers. Again, in the comments, please, you can write all of that. If it is just one message, it will be much easier to read it. So please, your messages with answers. Okay, I'm still waiting. Meanwhile, I can read aloud the options in case you have very small screen or some other issues. So, we have a planned journey for pleasure, during which you can visit several different places. Also, we have a long journey in a ship or spacecraft. We have a holiday on a ship for pleasure. Also, we have a long journey on foot over mountains or through forests. Also, the activity of traveling, letter E. An occasion when you travel from one place to another, especially over long distances, that's F. Okay. Also, we have G, a visit there and back to some place for pleasure or for some purpose. And a short journey by a group of people to visit some place, especially while on a holiday. Okay, so I see many answers already. Guys, hurry up. I would like to see all of them. Again, if you write them as one message, that would be just great. Okay. You still have 1 more minute to decide. Okay, so some people say that number 2 is A. Planned journey is a tour. I would agree with that, you know. Okay, what else is here? 6 is B or 6 is C. So cruise. Is it a long journey in ship or a holiday for pleasure on a ship? Let's think together. All right. I think it's time to see the answers. So let's go there. And travel, number 1 is E, the activity of traveling. So usually we don't say that we went on one travel. Travel, it's more about general activity of traveling without including one particular trip. Okay, a tour. It's a planned journey during which you visit several places. So there you were completely right. Number 2 is A. Yeah, if you plan to visit places A, B, C, that would be a tour. A trip. Yeah, so that's G. Most of you are right. And that is a visit there and back to a place for pleasure or for some specific reason. So we can have a business trip, for example, or a trip to relatives. Usually that includes only one transport, and it includes way there and back home. Journey. So that is some travel over long distance. 5, B, voyage. So that's a long journey in a ship or spacecraft. Cruise. 6, C, that's a holiday on a ship for pleasure. We will discuss the difference a bit later. An excursion is a short journey, usually during some holiday. So we decided to visit some places. It's an excursion. Trek. A long journey on foot, over mountains, through forest, or in some other places. So a special thing about that is being on foot. All right. Good job, guys. Most of the answers in the chat were correct. So let's move on. Now, let's speak about the differences between some of the words. So journey and trip. As you remember, pretty similar ones. But what's the difference? Again, I'm waiting in the comments. So journey, trip, how are they different? Write in the chat. Maybe this picture will help you. So look at the screen, think, and type. What's the difference between journey and trip? Trip is smaller and shorter. Short and long, asks Maria. Well, maybe you are right in some way, but they both can be long in some way. Journey, long distance. Yeah, that's for sure. Journey is long. Again, the difference is in distance. Journey is longer. Well, so the main difference is not only in the length of those two, but also journey may include different means of transport that you are using. Let's imagine you need to get to the US. So first of all, you will use a bus probably to get to some place where you can sit on a train. Then you will move on a train, maybe to another country, or maybe to the nearest airport. Then you will fly over the ocean, and all of that is your very long journey. So it may take even 3 days. Yeah, it's not only on the car. Journey can include different means of transport, actually. And yeah, it is pretty long. And trip is usually about one transport used, and usually it includes coming back. So I had a long or a short trip to some city. It can be a long trip, for example, to Lviv, because I live far from Lviv, or for me, it can be a short trip to, let's say, Poltava, because I live not far from Poltava right now. So it can be both long and short, but usually one transport includes. Okay. Yeah. So Polina says that trip is shorter and includes way to the destination and back, and usually has a particular purpose, and that is right. Okay, then tour and excursion. What's the difference here? Again, in the comments, please. And maybe this picture will help you. So tour and excursion in the chat. Okay, meanwhile, I can answer the question. So yeah, the record will be there. You can find them on the platform iLearn and on YouTube. Yeah, so the record will be there. Okay. Someone lives not far from me. I see first answers. So tour can be all across the country, and excursion is only a visit to a specific place. Well, you are right there that tour is much bigger. So you can plan, for example, a tour around Europe and visit many, many countries, or a tour around Ukraine and visit different cities of Ukraine. But excursion would include only one place, maybe a few places, but which are very close to one another, and there you will be for a short time. Usually it's also with a tour guide who can tell you some interesting information about this place. Okay, good job there. So the last question, probably the hardest. Voyage and cruise. Pay attention to pronunciation. We say voyage and cruise there. So what's the difference between them? Again, in the comments, please. Voyage and cruise. So, okay, I have first answers. Cruise is for relaxing. Wow, that is smart. Voyage is longer. I doubt. Cruise can be very long as well. Okay, cruise is when you travel in the sea or ocean. By the way, voyage is that as well. So they both include traveling over the sea. Okay, but also it can be aircraft for voyage. So, any more ideas? I have no clue. So I guess I should help you there. So voyage is more about just covering some distance, usually by ship. So again, if you decide to travel to another continent by ship, you can tell that it's a pretty long voyage. And cruise is mostly for pleasure. So you know those huge cruise liners, yeah? You just relax there, have fun, and travel by sea just to be there and to enjoy your life. So that is the purpose of cruise. Voyage can be to some destination, and cruise is just a trip all around the seas just for fun. Okay, so now let's practice even more. And here is the task. You need to use all those words and put them in the correct gaps. So, let's start. Number one, this type of traveling, or maybe something else, guide, was written by an Englishman who traveled through Poland in early 1990s. So what type of guide was written? Okay, and I see first answers. Travel guide. Okay, I guess you are right there. So let's try the word travel. That's probably the most popular answer there. Okay, then number two, the city is beautiful and we are going on a sightseeing. Sightseeing what? Who can tell us? Sightseeing travel, sightseeing excursion. Maybe you have some better options. Let's think together. Sightseeing tour. Still excursion. Okay, so I have two different options there. Tour, excursion. What should I choose, guys? Maybe even track? Okay, we'll see. Number three, the company sent me on a foreign business. Business what? Okay, I see first answers. Business trip? Maybe. Trip. Okay, all of you have the same answer, so I guess it is right. On a business trip there. Number four. The day after his 16th birthday, my son took his first solo train way of traveling to visit his uncle. So what's in number four? Solo train. Journey, some people say. Okay, let's try journey there. Let's go to number five then. Yeah, I see answer is journey, so I guess you are right. Number five, the ship arrived after a transatlantic word, and it was greeted by sister ship Celebrity Edge. So transatlantic. What do you think? Is it for pleasure or is it more about just long distance travel with some destination? So is it cruise or is it voyage? Okay, most of the answers are voyage. Let's see. Okay, for now, I'm just writing your options. Okay, and then we will check the keys. Number six, that's a voyage or cruise ship that tours those islands? Cruise. Okay, let's try. And the last one. A day, some word, to the pyramids was one of several highlights of Jason's trip. Okay, so day what? Excursion. Or maybe something else. Is it excursion? Okay, so track, tour, excursion. Tell me please, if it's one place only, can it be a tour? Okay, I guess it's time to see the answers. So, this travel guide was written by an Englishman. So, travel guide is a book that helps you to know where to travel, what places are there, and what to see. Number two, sightseeing tour. So just remember that tour can be short and not over long distances, and sometimes it includes only one city. But still, unlike excursion, we will walk from one place to another place and see lots of them during our time. So excursion is like visiting one place or maybe one area. And tour, it's walking or traveling all around different places. So point A, B, C, D, and so on. Okay, business trip, that's a pretty commonly used collocation. And I will explain that later. Then, solo train journey. Yeah, So if it's a long ride using some transport, that is journey. Transatlantic voyage. Again, when we speak more about the way and destinations, it's voyage. And a cruise ship is something that we have for pleasure. And the last one, day excursion. So visiting one place would be an excursion. And it can be a part of a trip. So trip may include a few destinations, and excursion is just one place there. Okay, good job, guys. Your work in the comment is just amazing, but I know that some of you are too lazy to answer, so come on, I would like to see all the possible comments there. So now let's speak more about collocations. Collocation is something we usually use together. So two words that are better to use together. For example, trip. And here, if you follow the link, by the way, it is pinned in your comments, so you can find there the pinned link, Oxford Collocation Dictionary. You can find this page, and there you can type basically any word and to see with which words it is commonly used. So for example, our trip can be brief. So we can say a brief trip, or I had a little trip, or I had a short trip, or it was a day trip, or it was overnight trip if I had to sleep in some hotel, or it was a weekend trip. Again, it can be regular or occasional. It can be weekly, annual, fantastic, good, and so on. So these are like the most common words to use with the word trip. And if you are not sure if it can be used together or not, just type the word in this dictionary and you will see the most commonly used words with it. So I hope it is helpful. Again, the link is pinned in your chat, so you can find it there and use later on. Yeah, it is useful. Okay, let's move on. And now let's speak about different means of transport or ways of traveling. So, what are the main of them? Again, if any ideas in the chat, please. What transport can we use? What types of traveling do you know? Okay, planes, trains, buses, these are means of transport, that's for sure. Yeah. Okay, also we can travel by air, yeah, by sea, and so on. Across the city, we use public transport. Oh, so many of them. Great, great, great. So now, let's focus on different types of traveling and sort the words that you would use for each of them. So, air travel, which uses planes or aircraft in general. Sea travel, which includes ships, cruise liners, and so on. Rail travel, using railway or trains, yeah? And road travel, usually by buses and cars. So, right now, you need to sort the words. You can just write number 1 for air travel and list the words there. Then number 2 for sea travel, and again, list all the phrases you can find. Number 3, rail travel. Again, write number 3 and all the words connected with it. And number 4, road travel. Again, put the number in the comments and write all the words connected with that. And I already have first answers. So when we speak about air travel, as you see, it is flight. Okay. Airport terminal. Agree there. Helicopter, plane. Okay. Do we see such words here? I guess no. So you have to choose from the words given to you. All right. To board, boarding pass. Okay. What else there? Life jacket. Okay, let me find life jacket there. Here it is. Okay. Cabin. Is it about air travel? Get on, get off. Okay. That is right, actually. So, any more ideas? Okay. So, let's move on to number 2. What is about sea travel? So, sea travel. Any words that you can find? Come on, come on. Okay, so I'll start highlighting what you say. To sail. Okay. Ferry terminal. All right. Anything else? So again, cabin. What a mysterious cabin. Where should we put it? Come on. All right. Life jackets. So life jackets, are they about sea or air? Let it be. Again, cabin. Wow. So, any more ideas here? All right, let's proceed to rail travels. Maybe you can find something for it. So, rail travel in the comments, number 3. Okay, so life jacket is kind of jacket you should wear on you to protect you from, you tell me what. Okay, so trains, we have railway station, agree there. Go through customs. Well, it can be about trains as well sometimes, but what other things include going through customs? Okay, change train, passenger train, agree there. What about, underground station? Yeah, it includes rail travel. Can be even for railway, like intercity railway, but also can be about subway. Okay, and what about number 4, road travel? So, to catch a bus. Okay, that's for sure. What else? Traffic jam. Yeah, that's what usually happens on the roads to go by. Okay. What about coach station? What is that? What is a coach? Okay, I don't see the answer there. Well, get in or into and get out of, and maybe coach station. Okay, time to check. So, ready to see the keys? Here they are. So, air travel includes airport terminal, that's for sure. The place where you are waiting for the flight. To board, so usually when we get on the plane, we call it boarding. To go by plane, it's like to use it as your transport. To get on a plane, or when you finish your travel, you get off a plane. Go through customs. Usually air flights are international, so they include going through customs, митниця, yeah? Okay, flight and boarding pass. Those papers you need to show that prove that you have the right to fly on this plane. Okay, sea travel, ferry terminal. So that's a place where different sea transports stay together. To board a ship. Yeah, so pay attention, we can board not only a plane, but also a ship. Go by, again, ship. And get on or off a boat or a ship. To sail, cabin. Yeah, so that is that small place on the ship where you can stay, and life jackets, so they protect you from drowning. Yeah? So if accidentally you will get off board, якщо опинитесь за бортом, life jacket will protect you. Okay, and rail travel, railway station, that's of course to board. Again, we can board a train, go by train, and get on or off a train. Also, we can change trains from time to time, underground station for subway, and passenger train. Okay, good. And road travel includes coach station. Coach is a big bus that would transport you from one city to another, or maybe even from one country to another. So you know those big buses that travel for long distances. So that is coach station. Someone says you can go on foot. No, you can't. You can go, you can go on foot. Yeah. So to board a bus, if it's any public transport, you can board it. You can go by car, for example. You get on, off a motorbike, or you can get into, for example, taxi or your private car. You can catch a bus, and it's, of course, a traffic jam. So yeah, coach is not only trainer, but also this big intercity bus. Okay, now let's deal with it in details. So when you go by some transport or travel by some transport, you never use any articles. You just go by bus, by ship, by train, by plane. But you go on foot. So you never go by foot. It's not your transport. You go on foot. Also, you get into some small private transport like a car, a taxi, and you get out of it. So this woman is getting out of a taxi. But if it's big and public transport, you get on it. So you get on plane, get on train, get on bus, and you get off a plane, get off the train, get off a bus, and so on. So this young woman is getting off a plane. So yeah, you can go on foot, but you go by some transport. Okay. Good job there. So now, here you can see more words connected with traveling. Look at them. So we have airlines. It's special companies that provide you flight services. Aircraft. That's a general name for some transport that can fly in the air. Luggage rack is that small place where you can put your bag. Airfare, it's the sum of money that you pay for your flight. So what is the airfare of these airlines? Oh, it depends on many factors, but the most important is distance. Departure is time when you start your traveling. Check-in is the place where you go and check if everything's all right. Carriage is one part of a train where passengers are carried. Ticket office is a place where you can buy tickets. Bus stop, I think it's obvious. You can book everything, not only tickets, but also accommodation, place for living in advance. And the action of it is called booking. Okay, so now let's do the task. Here you can see the text about traveling, which is called, Are Cheap Airlines Really Cheap? So it's not only interesting in reading, but also very useful to practice your vocabulary. So I give you, let's say, 4 minutes to write all the correct answers. Again, if you write them as one message, not as 1C, then send, 2B, then send. One message, please. Давайте домовимося одним повідомленням надсилати готові відповіді, okay? That will be like less spam and more use there. So Let's focus on this and begin. 4 minutes to do the task. And I will read meanwhile. So, go to Greece now for only £10. Pay €5 to A. Drive, B. Fly, C. Catch, D. Board to Crete. Budget: A. Airlines, B. Airports, C. Aircraft, D. Travel. Draw your attention with bargain tickets, prices in their eye-catching advertisement. What they will not tell you, however, is that they have all kinds of tricks up their sleeve to make much more money out of you later. To start with, the price of a cheap number 3. A. Air, B. Boarding pass, C. Airfare, D. Luggage rack only looks attractive at the beginning. It often does not include obligatory costs such as taxes and online. 4. Check-in charge, B. Departure charge, C. Check charge, D. Check-in charge. Service charge or credit card usage fee. Once they are added, the final bill is far from what you expected. Then there are luggage fees. If you hand 5 luggage, B. Suitcase, C. Carriage, and D. Cabin is not the correct size or your suitcase is too heavy, the excess baggage fee you will have to pay at the 6th station, B. Airport, C. Ticket office, D. Bus stop may ruin your holiday mood. Not to mention high extra charges if you forget to print your 7. A. Brochure, B. Leaflet, C. Boarding pass, D. Boarded pass at home, or make a spelling mistake in your name. So next time you are sitting at your desk to make that online. 8. A. Book, B. Booking, C. Purchase, D. Bargain. Make sure you are well rested and ready to face a very tough opponent. Okay, I guess I see many answers. Yeah. So 1 comment, don't spam. I see correct answers there. Nice job. Just 1 more minute for you to finish sending them. Okay. So most of you say that 1 is B, fly. To fly to Crete. Okay, maybe that is right. Let's see in a moment. Okay, so while you're still sending your comments, let's look at the correct answers. So, number 1 is B, we fly to some places. Number 2, A, and I see many correct answers, that is airlines. So usually when we speak about one company that provides flying services, it is airlines. Okay, number 3, C, airfare. Money you pay for the flight is airfare. Number 4, D, check-in. Okay, so if you do that online and not at the airport, that is called online check-in. Number 5, luggage. So all your bags together are called luggage. Number 6, B, airport. Okay. Number 7, C, boarding pass. The paper that proves that you can get on board. And number 8, B, booking. So reserving your tickets online is booking. Okay, lots of correct answers. Guys, you're just amazing. It's time to move on. So here you have even more words connected with traveling. Destination, a place where you're heading to. Accommodation, a place where you're going to live while on traveling. Tourist attraction or place of interest is something you would like to see, something any tourist would like to see. Ticket can be one-way or return ticket. Passport, it can be valid or invalid, something that allows you to go abroad or something that don't. Timetable usually tells what time the departure and maybe arrival of some transport happens. And luggage, like I said before, all your bags, backpacks, and so on. Okay, so here there are more words connected with traveling, and this time it's all about accommodation. So you have 1 minute to decide which picture is what place. So here we have A, B&B, or bed and breakfast, B, a 5-star hotel, C, a campsite, D, a holiday resort, E, caravan, F, tent, G, youth hostel, and H, a guest house. So look at the pictures and type what is what. 1 minute, let's go. And I see first answers. So number 1 is B. Yes, exactly. That is a 5-star hotel, the most luxurious place where all the superstars would like to stay. Number 2, what is number 2? Number 2 is G. Yes, so youth hostel. Usually students stay there and live there for some time, or maybe just for traveling, can be like that. Okay, youth hostel. Number 3, what is number 3? Someone says it's D, holiday resort. Yep, it is right. So a place where it's nice to stay for holidays, usually with pool, with some attractions. So it's like a small, relaxing place where you can do whatever you want. Number 4, someone says C, campsite. Yes, guys, that's it. So when you go camping, you usually find some place called campsite where it is allowed to put your tent. Number 5, someone says H. Yep, guest house. So a house where you can stay with your family. Usually it is for many guests, but still, yeah, so you have your own door, your own place, private space there. Number 6, someone says D, A. So I think it's obvious. We have bed and breakfast written right over there. So that's a type of accommodation where you can sleep, then have breakfast, and then go on your business. So usually you don't stay there for all day long. They include breakfast, they include bed, some room, and that's basically it. Number 7, you say E, caravan. Yeah, that's it. So it has wheels and you can put almost everything there. So a nice way to travel with your family. Okay. Number 8 is F, tent. Exactly. A tent you can put on a campsite, for example. Good job. Let's move on. So now here you can see different types of rooms, usually of some hotel. So the first one, any ideas what type of room it is? So what is number 1? In the comments, please. Single. Oh gosh, no, that's not oh gosh. That's a single room, exactly. So if there is one bed only and it's only for one person, yeah, that's a single room. Number 2. Number 2, in the comments, please. Yeah, number 1 is a single room. What about number 2? Comments, please. Yeah, that is logically for a couple, but what is the name? I see the correct name there, and it's a double room. So just remember, if it's with big double bed, it's a double room. So be very careful if you travel with someone who is not your husband or wife, because otherwise you need not a double room, but probably number 3. What is that? What's number 3? Yeah, so two beds are separated. And what do we call it? Two bedroom, almost like that. So we call twin bedded room. When you have two twin beds, twin because they are like twins, look the same. It's a twin bedded room. Yeah, twin bedded room. So please, if someone offers you a double room, think twice. Maybe you really need a twin bedded room instead of a double room. So be careful there. Number 4, you have your own bathroom right next to your bedroom. What is that? Oh, wow. And correct answers are here. So, ensuite. Guys, pay attention to the pronunciation. It's not a, it's ensuite. So, you can even repeat it aloud. No one will hear you. Ensuite. Ensuite. It's your bedroom with bathroom included next to it. And number 5, what is that? Number 5. So number 5, any comments? Someone says lux or good room, but what's the name in English for that luxury room? Okay, so that is a suite. Suite usually includes a few rooms that belong to one person or to one family that orders this suite. So yeah, it may be not only a bedroom, but also a living room or some studio or study, whatever you need there. Yeah, so that is suite. The most luxurious way to stay in the hotel. Okay, now let's look at one advertisement, something like we did at the previous lesson, and you need to find the answers. So look here. We have some hotel, we have different room types, and we have different prices. And the first statement says that a room for 2 people with separate beds cost £75. True or false? False, someone says. Okay, so yeah, that is false because double room, it's not 2 separate beds. Twin room is 2 separate beds and it costs £80. Okay, number 2, if you are prepared to pay more, you can have a set of rooms, a bedroom, a bathroom, and your own living room. So number 2, true or false? Guys, when you type your letters, mark the number. Коли друкуєте відповіді, будь ласка, вказуйте, до якого це номеру, тому що вони можуть відставати. Okay, so number 2 is true. Yes, of course. So yeah, if you pay £130, you get suite. So that is your own bedroom, bathroom, and living room. A room for one person costs £65. Yes, that is true. Single room, £65. Okay, number 4. Number 4, yeah, number 3 is true. Sorry for spoilers. Number 4. Only some rooms have their own bathrooms. And you say that it is false. Yep, exactly. So here we don't have any hostel rooms. So all rooms are en suite, meaning they all have their own bathroom. Oh, it's not en suite, it's en suite. Yeah, sorry. I guess I'm a bit tired. All rooms are en suite. Number 5. A room for 2 people is cheaper if they sleep in one big bed. And you say that it's true, exactly, because double room with one big bed is cheaper than twin room with 2 twin beds. And number 6, you have to pay separately for breakfast. Yes, no? Of course, number 6 is false because we have that including breakfast. So your breakfast will be included in the price. Okay, great job there. Let's move on. So then, when it comes to reading, we have some special group of tasks that has fill in the gaps type of task there. So when you do this task, you need first look through the text briefly, all the text. Second, you decide what kind of information is needed. Is it some object? Is it some time, place, action, description, whatever? So usually looking, you already understand, like if it's a noun or an adjective there. Then you look at all the options listed and choose the best one. Then, after your option was chosen, you check if it suits the gap, meaning subject-verb agreement. For example, if you have the word people and then you put the word says, probably you will have some troubles there because people is plural and you cannot say says. People say, not says, right? So that would cause some troubles. So you need to pay attention to such things like that. Okay. Then you also check if the tense is correct, if it's not in the past, and so on. After that, you reread the completed text. I mean, not all the text, but the part with your gap. And you check if it sounds okay. And after that, you look through all the options one more time, just to make sure if your choice is the best there. So again, look through the text, then think what part of speech is needed, then choose the best option from given, then check if it's grammatically okay there, if the tense is right, if the form is right. Then read and check if it sounds okay, and look through the options one more time to see if everything's all right. Now it's time to do that. So here you have the text, you have 8 options. That's an example from previous year's the NO task. So how many gaps do you see? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many options do we have? 8 options. So obviously we have 2 extra options that you don't have to use. Be careful with them. They may be very confusing, but they would be always wrong in some tiny details. Maybe it's plural instead of singular. Maybe the tense is wrong. Maybe they match the beginning but not the ending. So let's do this task. You can start. So again, make sure you look not only at the phrase before, but at the phrase after. That may be very helpful to get the right context. Okay, I see first answers, and most of you say that number 33 is C. Yep, exactly. So we didn't know where we were going yet. The only thing that we knew was that we were going out of the country. Okay, 34. I see letter G there. Okay, so maybe it is right. Let's wait for more comments. Yeah, no, okay. So 34 is A. It was a rainy season there, and we were worried that we cannot say, we were worried that we wouldn't make it on the country roads. So yeah, rainy weather may include this problem that we wouldn't make it on the country roads. Okay, number 35. You say E. Okay, let's check. Yes, it is. So I don't know what was wrong with that one. What is that one? I don't know what was wrong with that one, but we decided not to go there. So probably it's about our trip to Argentina. Okay. Then you have number 36. H, I see. 36H. Okay, let's check if it's H. Yes, it is. So I'm very excited to go there because of the wonderful beaches that are there. Okay. Number 37. G. 37G. Okay, so most of you have the same point there. And yep, it is right. So it is great to have a dad that is a pilot because we can plan a spontaneous trip. And the last one, I'll blog again. You say B, and it is right when I get back next week. So pay attention. Most of the sentences start in the same way, but only some of them match the context. Okay, great job there. So then let's check everything that we've learned throughout today's lesson, and you help me answering some tricky questions. So first of all, a trip and a journey. Is a trip shorter than a journey? Yes or no? Okay, so people say yes, people say no. I am confused, but I see more yeses than no's. Yeah, a trip is usually shorter than journey. And journey is a long ride that may include a few types of transport there. Okay, number 2. Can we get on a taxi? Yes, people say yes. Alex says no. Roman says no. And the answer is no. Guys, when it is a small private transport, we get in or into. We get into a car, we get into a taxi, we get into a boat, but we get on big public transport, like on a bus, on a plane, on a train. Number 3, does a book mean the same as to book? Again, numbers, please, if you answer, because I don't know if it's for number 2 or number 3. Okay, of course it's not. To book, it's to reserve. A book is something you can read. And a noun from to book is booking. Yeah? Okay, number 4. Sweet and ensuite. Are they synonyms? No, of course not. So suite is a big luxury place with a few rooms included. And ensuite just means that you have your own bathroom in your room. So yeah, they are completely different. Number 5. Can extra answers help you in reading task? You know that we have 8 options, but only 6 of them can be included in the text. Yeah, of course they can help you. If you say that some of them are complete nonsense, you just skip them and you have less options to choose from. So yeah, they are helpful. Okay, so that's basically all for today. I see that you remembered everything pretty well, but I have a very nice surprise for you. So you can scan this QR code, or again, you can check the pinned comment, закрепленный комментарий, and there you see the link for all the hard words that we were learning during the lesson. So again, if you still don't remember what is ferry terminal or a boarding pass, you can open this Quizlet and just look through those words. So guys, scan the QR code or open the link. Like I said before, it's pinned in the comments. Yeah, you're welcome. I tried to make that. So yeah, you can learn those words, you can keep them. Here are how it looks like. So firstly, you see those cards, as usually in Quizlet, and then you see the word, the description, and the picture. So I hope it will help you a lot. Oh, you like English. I am happy to know that. So thank you guys too. You were great today. I hope to see you at the next lesson. And you were amazing. Okay, you're welcome. I'm happy that I helped you with those flashcards. Yeah. Have a great evening too. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye.